Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Cagle Farms. And today I am working on the Dutch tractor. The fenders was really loose on it. He's kind of, when you be driving it, it'd flop a little bit, and I didn't like that. And so what was going on, it's got these little rubber grommets. And they're busted and they're cracked and they're getting pretty flat. So instead of putting rubber grommets in it, and they kind of look like big lock washers to me. Anyways, the way which I know they're broke, but they kind of resemble a lock washer. So what I did is I took them out, which are kind of tight to get to. And so what I did, I took a flat washer and then a lock washer and then the little cover that goes over the rubber grommet, and then I put the nut back on it and tightened them down, and that has really took the flex out of the fenders. So I've got this one to do. Still got to take that grommet out there. So that's not too good. None of them's too good, but I left the bottom ones there, on the bottom side, to kind of help just kind of take the vibration out of it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I haven't put the hydraulic filter in it yet because we haven't used this tractor anyway. We just kind of drove around the shop and just around the place, just kind of get it limbered up a little bit. But we're ready to do hay, and so I want to fix the fenders, and we got another tractor over here. And I want to try to take the drawbar out of it, and because this tractor didn't have a drawbar, so I want to see if the drawbar fit in it, and because I'd like to use this as a tedding tractor, hook it up to the tedders, because everything else is ready to go except I just got to hook the tedder up and hook the baler up and grease it, and everything be ready to go. But our fields we've got a lot of rain this week, and our fields are really wet, so this kind of give me something to mess with, because I was going to go work in the barn, and I've got to get a part ordered for the Bobcat. It wouldn't start, so I've got to get a little primer bulb ordered for it, or go to parts store and get one. So I'm working on this, and I was wanting to do it anyway, so you can watch me do this. Put the flat washer down first. I'm going to grind this one down a little bit and take the lock washers, set them down on top. And again, this is probably not the best way, but it seems to work. Grind this flat washer down. So like I said in the previous videos, this tractor's been sitting for a long time, and so I just figured hooking it to the tedder would be the best. Excuse me. Yeah, would be the best thing for it, to be able to work it real good. real reason why I'm kind of doing this is, for one, the fender's kind of wiggled back and forth, but the foot throttle is connected to the floorboard basically. And when he was driving it, it made that foot throttle, you couldn't keep it at a precise, it kept wanting to jump with you, and I didn't like that, and so I want to be able to fix it to where it's pretty steady. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. May have to drive a little bit and kind of, it might loosen back up, and I'll tighten it back down because it probably needs a little bit more adjusting. So. I don't think we'll need them no more. I'll get the hydraulic filter out of it. I don't know why I thought I needed an extension. The filter didn't look bad, and I did clean it, and I stuck it back in, and that's the reason why I stuck it back in there, because I cleaned it and it didn't look too bad, but I wanted to get a new one. It was going to take me a little bit to get a new one, so I just stuck it back in here just enough so I could get it out the door. Like I said, we haven't used it. We just drove around the shop, just to play with it. So put this new O-ring on, or gasket, I guess. And then see about a drawbar. I'll rob a drawbar off of the tractor. There we go. So those who don't know, on a Dutch tractor, like your, I don't know about the smaller ones, but the 45s and probably your 4000 series, Dutch is the hydraulic filters under the seat. I'm assuming that the smaller ones are probably the same, but I don't know, so I'm not gonna really say. Okay, get that done. Get it right. So I wasn't able to fit the drawbar to this tractor. It was just, I mean, it's like an 1/8 of an inch thicker than what will fit on this one. So I'll probably just end up finding one in town to put on it if I want to use it to TED with, which I'd really like to. That way I'm not having to switch back and forth and unhooking the rake from the other tractor and hooking the other tractor up to the tedder, and then from the tedder back to the rake, and so on and so forth. So just kind of rather put it on this. I mean, we'll be using 4 tractors to do hay with, but it is what it is, and I'd kind of like to use this one anyways, just to keep it limbered up. So for now, I'm going to pull it out of the shop, and then I guess put the bucket on the 6410. I'm going to go down there and do what I can with it in the barn, raking back some hay. I got to fix a gate and some sides on the barn to keep the cows from getting inside before we put hay in it. Otherwise, if we do any welding, it'll catch the barn on fire. So move this out of the shop and then get the other tractor. I like this little tractor. It starts up good. Okay. Oh, we'll go get the 6410. Put the bucket on it. I'll go around the barn. So the 2155, that's our rake tractor. That's about all it does. We've got the sides for it. They just kind of spring on there. We don't, or clamp on there. We don't like that. We haven't fixed it where they'll kind of, we're going to bolt them on there like the other 55 series. They got like a little screw to them. But this is our rake tractor and tedding tractor. That's all it does, is ted and rake for us. And we might use it to, I used it this year to haul some logs because it had been setting, and I wanted to kind of get the battery charged up on it and kind of use it a little bit. But that's all it mostly does, is just, we got a little 5-foot bush hog to go behind it, and we just use it to kind of do a little odds and end mowing. But that's, we don't hardly ever use the bush hog much. That's usually all it does, is rake and ted. So get this one started, get the bucket on. So I got the barn somewhat cleaned out. Haven't moved it all, just raked all the hay back so the barn wouldn't catch fire. But put them pipes in there to keep the cows from getting in, because it was all tore up and on both sides. The gate needs to be re-leveled, and the barn needs to be patched a little bit and fixed all the way down through there where the cows can't get their heads up underneath the barn there. So you can finish doing that and re-level the gate, and it should be done. And on to the next project, which we have a million of them to do. So this is the end of the video, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all taking your time out of your all's day to watch my videos. So please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.